I'm Dale, a retired general contractor. On the outside of my property, I've got numerous cars. Some of them I bought at auctions. I drove most of them until they quit. Transmission went out or was slipping or something like that. Back it in the hole over there. Maybe I'll get a chance to fix it.
I'm Darren. I'm Dale's youngest son. If you've never been to my dad's property, all you have to do is ask anybody where the house is that the guy's a hoarder, and they can point you right to it. And you'll know immediately when you get there just by driving up to it. Everything's overgrown, trash, vehicles, everything's just packed.
I've got buses, 2 of them. One of them I used in construction, and the other one is a Air Force bus that used to transport people. I've been using them for storage now. I've got a big forklift back up there that I bought to use around the property. I've got several boats. One of them, it's upside down to keep it from rotting, and it's rotten. The semi I bought, that's been, in excess of probably 15 years ago, I can't remember. You'll see there are a lot of piles of timbers. That's all of the decking that came off of the Yukon River Bridge. I think there was 7 trailer truckloads of it. It's back here, rotting.
The inside is packed wall to wall, just a goat trail that you could walk through. My dad's not living in his house. He moved out into a trailer because he's just packed it too much. There's no living space. There's no living room. There's no electricity. There's no water, no septic, not something that you trade. It's just terrible.
This is a monster hoard. We have 3,500 square feet of packed house. We have 5 acres that is full of everything from cars, boats, trailers, army vehicles, construction projects, drums of who knows what, gasoline. There's so many moving parts and components to this hoard. My mind's gonna explode and I don't know how we're gonna deal with it. The really cool thing about this hoard is that we have the local Army base, Fort Wainwright, where Dale used to be stationed, is sending over a group of soldiers to help us. This is gonna be amazing help that we need to get this stuff removed. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning!
Oh my gosh. We have incredible resources here today. We've never seen anything like this. We've never seen a hoard like this, but we have this help that's available for you, Dale.
Right.
Thank you. Outstanding.
Thank you.
I'm impressed, for
It's
sure.
really amazing. Thank you all for your service, and thank you for being here, because as you can see, we would not be able to do this with just a handful of people. So the first thing we're gonna do is start right out here and work our way to the front door. Sound good?
Yep.
All right, you guys ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's do this.
Good.
We like to tell our soldiers that if you're a soldier for life.
We think that it's very important to give back to the community, to take care of not only soldiers that are within your unit, but past soldiers, present soldiers.
I need a few cans.
Holy crap. We can make quick work of this if you'll let them, but we need some rules. Tools, survival stuff.
Tools,
What
survival
else?
stuff, the jacks, of course.
Those are tools.
Right.
Can they start going to work and leaving all your tools and generators set aside, and then we can
And
reload
then
it?
we can reload. Okay.
We're about 90% of the way through the garage, and all of a sudden, a beam breaks. With only a couple days left here, that doesn't give us enough time to brace everything, fix everything, and then clean the house. It's just not gonna happen. So we kind of have to regroup and see where our time is gonna be best spent for the next couple days. It gives us a lot of time on the outside, but we still need to address where Dale's gonna live.
When we found out the house was dangerous, me and Maggie and Aunt Doris, we all got together as a family and decided that the house on the hill is the best option to put money into.
Will you let us fix this house for you? And over the next couple of days, do as much as we can to get you a safe, functional space to live in, at least for the winter, so we know that we're leaving you in better condition than we found you.
Yeah.
Perfect. The good news is these soldiers, they have not only cleared a path to your house, they've ripped out trees whole. They don't even need cutters. They ripped them out by the roots, but they just cleaned out that whole house in about a half an hour. Amazing physical strength that they brought, amazing decisions that you made very quickly. I think we're absolutely able to make you a home now.
Oh boy.
Wow, look at that.
Looks kind of like somebody's house.
Gee, this is cool.
Amazing. Just
Yes.
amazing.
I couldn't be happier. I'm glad he's got a place to live now that's out of that trailer and just to have it as his old house.
Whoa!
Oh my gosh.
I remember this place.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh, there's a picture of Joyce. How cool.
When was the last time you slept in a queen-size bed?
I don't remember.
Look at your bed.
Well, I think we're ready to move on to the last room.
Okay.
Holy cow, look at who's here. This is awesome, you guys.
You guys have about 40 people in this room you've never met from all over the country, 30 of them right here from the local Army base that are family to you in a completely different way, okay? They love you, I know they do, or they wouldn't be here all week busting their ass like they have been. And I know Sergeant Lee has something else that he would like to present to you.
Dale, it's important that you understand that it doesn't matter how long ago you were a soldier, that you served in the military, we're still your family. You're a soldier for life. So the soldiers that have been here this week, the young men and women helping you out, haven't just responded to assisting the community. It goes a lot deeper than that. You are a brother in arms. You're a family. The soldiers at Fort Wainwright are your family, and we're always going to be here for you. When we were going through the hoard this week, we came across your ASU jacket, your Army uniform, and wanted to put a little something together for you.
Wow.
That's
Look at that, Dad.
These are the awards that were on your records saying that you were awarded. So we were able to get a hold of those, as well as you were an expert marksman with your rifle and a marksman with a pistol. So we just wanted to include everything that you were able to achieve during your time in service.
I'm just feeling kind of in awe. I kind of wanted to hide my face because it got me. Yeah, those GI guys got me. They could have shot me and I wouldn't have cried, but they hit me in the heart and that got me.
Dale, what are you thinking about?
Just appreciating these guys and y'all making it all possible. I just expected to get my yard cleaned up. I love you guys. Thank you for coming. Well, after everybody leaves, I've already rolled up my sleeping bag. I got my breakfast makings in a box. Me and Nashu come on home.
My name is Ruby, and everybody calls me Mama. I think I'm the worst kind of hoarder. Must have lost a pair of shoes in there. I can't move in the house. The only way I get in it is to do the side step. Turn sideways and scoot my feet side to side. The living room serves no purpose except for stuff. The kitchen has no purpose except to take over the stuff that the living room can't handle. At first, I was sort of keeping control of it, but then at one point, I don't know when, it just overwhelmed me that when I went in to try to move stuff, it wouldn't let me move it.
I'm Jessica. I'm 20 years old. I was raised by Ruby. She's my great-grandmother. She adopted me and my brother. He was 9 months old. I was 4 years old.
I'm Jeremy. I'm 17 years old. I've almost been a hoarder for as long as I can remember, really. But it's starting to get really bad within the last 5 years.
I didn't really notice it until I got a little older. I started noticing things get out of hand, like the house started filling up. She started running out of places to put things.
I'm a shopaholic. I was spending about $500 or $600 a month. I've cut back a lot, I'll put it like that. I go shopping maybe 3 times a week. And now I try to hide it, so I don't let my kids know that I'm shopping.
I'm Lorraine. I'm Mama's second child. I've been controlling Mama's money for approximately 3 years. I realized that the thrift stores were getting all of her money. Shopping's like a drug for my mom. She had absolutely no self-control whatsoever.
When I'm shopping, it makes me feel good. Floating on cloud 9, it takes the sadness away. Probably see you on Friday. Okay. Bye-bye. It's a good deal.
Mama's stuff means everything to her, I'm sure, but I hate it. I hate the stuff. I hate all this unnecessary clutter. I hate the filth. It's just a painful situation to see Mama and Jeremy live this way.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I'm Dorothy Brenninger. I'm a professional organizing expert, and I specialize in hoarding.
We really do want to be clear about there is a crisis here. I mean, bottom line, we want to pull out everything from the house so we can examine whether the rats have gotten to it, whether the mice have gotten to it.
Ruby is facing Adult Protective Services. Her daughter Lorraine will call them if this house isn't cleared, because it's simply not safe.
Jeremy does not need to live in that kind of house, and neither do you. We want to create a space for you too, okay? It matters.
Well, that's why we're gonna get this done without a fight, right?
Without a fight.
Without a fight.
Give me hands.
But it's gonna be without a
Without
fight.
a fight. No fighting.
Okay.
And here we go, this way. This can go on the tarp, on the tarp.
We need to have manpower, woman power, to get in here and clear the stuff out. There's so much in, it would take months to pull it all out if we did it just 1 or 2 people at a time. This is massive.
This pile, Ruby, this is what your family members have proposed as trash. This entire pile is ready to go on the truck.
Oh, no, y'all didn't. Stamps, you guys know how much stamps cost? 48 cents. You know, throw the stamps in the trash.
What do you mail?
And this belongs to something in the kitchen.
Let her finish going through, because when she's done with that box, all this gonna go on the truck. We made a huge pile of garbage. However, she's trying to tell us that it's a lot of good stuff, but to us, it's trash. It just needs to be thrown away.
Now see here, this is a brand new turkey baster.
Mama, please, let's get this going.
See, this is what I knew was gonna happen. You guys just come in indiscriminately and start throwing stuff away.
Ruby,
I'm listening.
I thought you were accepting help.
I am.
No, you're not. You're fibbing. You're not.
Okay, I lie.
Once Ruby was able to see that there were a number of good things in the first few bags of things that had been deemed trash, it really set her into a spiral. It really broke the trust.
This is not the promise you gave. Your word is worth nothing.
Here, take this chia pet and grow something.
Your word is worth absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
We're not going to be able to get the house done, Mom, at this rate. And the only chance we have to get it done is down the drain.
All this is giveaway.
Okay, let's go.
We said, hey, Jeremy, let's move you into the big room. And he's all for it. So he started moving furniture and clearing things out.
None of that stuff is keep.
Jeremy got to pick what he was going to keep in his room or not. He said, it's my room, it's my stuff, I'm throwing it away.
Mom want to keep stuff and let stuff be and all that extra stuff, but no.
He's standing up and he's becoming a man of the house, which is great. You've done a great job. I want you to go to the mentality that you are going from no social life at home to a whole change for you as a man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Gotcha.
So go to it. Good luck.
Gotcha.
See you soon.
No problem.
All I want you to do is pull out a few of them that you're going to keep. You can't keep this many coats.
I don't want to start here.
Ruby?
I don't want to start there.
Ruby, this doesn't need to be a power struggle.
Well, I'm not getting
Ruby?
rid of
Ruby?
most of these coats.
You agreed with Dorothy. If you want the help, you're gonna have to accept the help. Let's see if we can work this plan, okay? Ruby is still trying to control, so it's impeding the process.
You're about to mess up.
I hear you.
I'm just letting you know.
She's got to be able to release the reins if she is going to be successful.
Let's just start with one.
That's a key.
Now remember, I'm watching to see what you can discard. I want to see the ability to discard.
Okay, let's speed it up. Keep. My mink coat stays. I've always said I had enough clothes for everybody in the block, but I didn't know I had enough stuff for this whole cul-de-sac.
You see it?
Yes.
Holy. Oh. Big rat. Big rat.
The fog and the cloud is beginning to move on out of my brain.
It clicks for Ruby that she's got to let things go. It's either her stuff or her life.
Okay, stuff. In the den area, throw it in the trash. Every bit of it.
She's throwing away everything from the den.
Sorry, Mom.
Get it from over there, guys.
Thank you, Mom.
Get it
You
from
said
over there.
finally said yes.
Get it on the truck. Let's go.
Thank you.
All this is trash.
It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
So Jeremy, you've been avoiding coming home at times and staying out in the streets, probably in places you haven't. Okay.
I didn't even let you finish.
I want to stay home. I'm so excited. I mean, I honestly don't want to go nowhere now. I just want to kick back at the house.
Oh my God!
Look how nice you'll be able to sleep like a princess or queen tonight. Oh my God, this is phenomenal. That we're gonna be able to spend more time together, that I can finally bring my girls, my granddaughters, to her house.
I can't believe I have floor.
Lorraine and Jamie, would you still feel the need to call Adult Protective Services?
No, not at all. This is just awesome.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Our goal was, number one, create a safe, healthy living space for Ruby and Jeremy so that daughters aren't going to call Adult Protective Services. Number two, give Jeremy the space where he can be at home so he's not on the streets, but studying and having a safe place to live. Total success.
Finally, we have a home to come to enjoy, to invite friends over, to have dinner together, to play together.
Look at this, your game area. Look, we ready to go. Freedom, family, love, and you.
I feel like I'm the winner, and I dare that mess to come back.
I'm BB, and I'm an artist. I like to collect all things. Name it. I got into teapots and china. Photographs and pictures. It's a certain kind of postcard. Fabric. Almost everything in the world.
My name is Peggy, and Bibi is my mama. We always had a maid. My mom always made sure that the maid was there for her.
I was very fortunate in that we always had servants, and they did the dishes and cook and help. They did all the cleaning.
Dad adored my mom, absolutely. He gave her everything she ever wanted.
I was treated more like a queen.
My name is Cammie, and I'm Bibi's daughter. My father worked very hard and made very good money, but we still couldn't keep up. My mother is a very talented woman. She used her skills to have other people do for her.
Mama? Yes, come on in.
If she didn't get something she wanted, she was screaming and yelling and having a fit.
He was murdered with a 12-gauge shotgun right in the front hall. I couldn't walk in that room at nighttime at all. But I kept seeing even in my mind's eye on the floor. That ruined my life.
When Daddy died, all of her personality disorders went out of control.
She took out her grief in collecting more and more and more items. It became an obsession with her. This is deplorable. There are dead things in the house. I smell them. It's a fire hazard. It's a safety hazard. There are rats living in the home. She saw a snake in the home. I said, the snakes come in because the rats are living in the home.
If my mom does not cooperate, we will have no other option but to put her in a state home.
If she's not willing to do what we're asking her to do, then we will have to take a very drastic step. She has to be removed.
I'm Dorothy Brenninger, professional organizing expert, and I specialize in hoarding. Well, here we are in the heart of it all, right? Kitchen. I'm worried about BB's temper. I've been told that she's gotten angry just recently and started throwing things at her daughters. We're going to make decisions as a team on what we should be keeping, what we should be letting go.
This is a family problem.
Okay. Dryer things for the dryer.
Well, then why is it in a coffee tin?
Because I wanted it in there.
Okay, dryer things.
Well, I know where it is.
These are open sprinkles. They've all been opened.
They're
So, they got lids on, don't they?
And there's bugs in it.
Everything I've been told is all about how she screams, 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 and has BB fits. Well, what the heck? Who's not telling the truth? How are the girls doing?
They're doing fine, I guess.
Okay, I'm seeing you rolling your eyes, close your eyes. Is it because you're tired?
I'm Dr. Robin Zazio. I'm a licensed clinical psychologist, and I specialize in OCD and compulsive hoarding. Cammie pulled me aside, expressing concern that BB has been taking pills to calm herself down.
What is this?
Lo and behold, she opens up this trunk filled with medications.
This is really bad, Kimmy. This is not labeled. That's bad.
We need to deal with it and talk with BB about what's going on.
You will not heal if you medicate yourself through this. You had some Valium, opiates, some Percocet, and some Percodan, Quaaludes. All these scrapbooks that you took months to make up, and you don't have photographs of your family in them. I find photographs of your grandchildren on the floor.
Oh, that's too bad.
It hurts. What is this?
It's for scrapbooking for your father.
I see my mother's anxiety rising as she's facing reality. And where are pictures of Daddy?
I have them in the house somewhere.
Where are they?
I don't know.
This was my daddy's hat. We thought she just whipped him away out of our lives and out of her life. And when we would come visit her, we could never find anything of Daddy's, not anything. She hid everything about him. She tried to erase him out of her life and out of our lives. Mama, look what I found. I cleaned it off, but there were bite marks all over it. It was shocking, the condition of it and just her attitude about it. Somebody ate it, and there were spiders living in it.
So every once in a while, a critter comes in the house.
It represents the character, the dedication, the patriotism of my father. This is really, really disrespectful, Mama, to the man who did nothing but love you and forgive you. To find it as trash was insulting and painful. beyond disrespectful.
If she doesn't validate her daughters, then Bibi's not going to change. She's going to ignore her behavior and probably continue to repeat the same patterns.
You never got through the grieving process. You buried it, and that's why we have this hoard, because you buried your grief about Daddy with this hoard.
You could go shopping, you could go socialize, you could do everything you wanted to do, but you couldn't show respect for Daddy. For the first time in my life, I was able to express how I truly felt. I don't find any evidence of Daddy.
Get off of Daddy.
No.
Mama.
Until I know why his pictures aren't.
Because it hurt to do it. That's why.
We got to a point where my sister and I just broke down. There are just too many memories of my father that got buried.
If you don't get over this and get rid of your grief, you're gonna start all over again, trying to fill that void in your life with possessions. You just wouldn't face that you lost Daddy. We lost him too. He didn't walk me down the aisle. That was my dream, that my military dad in his military regalia would walk me down the aisle.
I'm so sorry. You're doing great, Mama. You're doing great. You're doing great.
I think that she was able to face her grief.
It hurt so bad when he died.
And face what she had done to our family.
I just ask you to please forgive me.
We already have.
That's why we're
forgiven you,
here.
Mama.
And she took responsibility for her actions, and she's never done that before.
She made a huge breakthrough. I mean, not just a breakthrough, I mean, a complete change.
And in the Navy, we say, I christen you.
Crash! Yay! At this point, she gave her daughters carte blanche to throw away whatever they wanted.
Thank you, God. Thank you, Mama.
Because you had a discussion with your daughters that was
Big deal.
paramount shift, that allowed me to do what? Zoom right in and get to the clutter, clear it out, and make a house.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, how beautiful.
It's clean.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my goodness.
When I first walked in the hallway, I was overwhelmed with memories.
This is where you lost your dad?
Right about where I'm standing.
In this space, there was that death. And with water running, with plants blooming, is that life?
Yes.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. I just felt it was healing to me.
Oh.
I really believe that with the ongoing therapy, that will be a road to recovery for my mother, and she won't go backwards into her old lifestyle of hiding and hoarding.
Oh, what happened? Oh, my goodness. I've gotten an insight into my daughter's pain about their father's going, and I've gotten an insight into the reason that I hoarded things.
My name is Julie, and I'm an activity leader at an elementary school. My house is a collecting ground for some of my passions. It is rather small, and my collections have become rather large.
My name is John, and I'm Julie's husband. My house is a wreck. It's not functional anymore. Nothing gets thrown away. Nothing.
I've just gotten into a new art passion. Now I know why I've been collecting things. If I have kept something for 30 or 40 years, there must be some value to it. So make it part of the yard.
She feels more attached to these inanimate objects than she does to myself or even our kids.
My name is Kirsten, and I'm Julie's daughter. I usually avoid going over to the house as much as possible just because it's so much of a mess. And then when I am there, I want to strive to clean it up, but there's so much mess everywhere that I just don't know where to start.
My name is Kendra, and I am Julie's daughter. Growing up, my mom, she just had a hard time throwing anything away. I have a 1-year-old son named James, and he is not allowed in the house in the current condition that it is in.
They park in front of the house, and we go out to meet him and then meet someplace. And that's so sad.
I don't want him in the house either until it's been fixed. I can't live this way anymore. I'm not going to live the rest of my life in this situation.
Stuff starts to go, or he goes. He's done. He's done.
The basement was the first part of the house to fill. I would go down into the basement and find things that I had no idea we even owned.
It is stuffed. So stuffed that sometimes we don't know what goes on. The back door, I've sometimes found it open, and I wonder how could that happen. And found out that there had been this homeless lady kind of living in my basement.
And we're like, okay, this is kind of weird. And one day my mom came home, and there's this lady like coming up from our basement.
And I kept asking my husband, are you moving stuff around down there, making like a little nest?
Obviously, our basement was the perfect hideout because A, it's messy, and B, no one would ever dare to venture down there anyways.
I don't know. It's a bit bizarre, and we've given her the nickname Scary Mary. We had a major short of some kind in the house sometime last year, I don't recall.
When you walk into the kitchen, the lights don't work up above, so it's really dark. And sometimes at night it gets so dark it's very hard to make food. So I walk around with a flashlight under my chin, and I've perfected that.
We simply can't get anyone in to fix it because they have to go through the wiring of the entire home to do that, and it just isn't practical with all the stuff in the way. So much of it just needs to be tossed. It's just things we don't use, things that we never will use.
Just because he says so doesn't mean it's so with me. They're my things, my house, it's my life.
You know, this is a serious problem. I think I'm at that breaking point now. I just cannot tolerate it anymore.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here.
My name is Standalyn Robertson. I'm a certified professional organizer.
I'm really excited about the day, and I'm really excited about helping Julie reach her goals. As an artist, there are going to be things that we won't even realize that are pieces of your work, but you're going to help us with that.
And I really think it's important not only that you get your house back for your art, but also to get the house back for your family.
Let's go.
Yes.
Okay.
It's overwhelming, to tell you the truth. I've never had this many people in the parameter of my house. I just feel like I'm going to be very exposed, and I'm highly embarrassed.
Sale?
Keep. I'm going to keep that and this. Art stuff. They also can be on an art project. That's a keeper.
Everything is a keeper, especially if it's broken, because then it becomes a great object to use in her art.
His beak is in here.
It's hard for me to understand like why she keeps certain stuff around. You don't really need it, why not get rid of it?
Julie, The mice have made a nest.
And I'm really angry at the mice.
They're actually little tunnels.
Yeah, I know. I can see it.
Everything that you're keeping does not have a home, Julie.
I just wanted to make a home elsewhere in the house, like in the basement.
There is no more room in the basement. 40% of this you thought was junk, and what we're finding out is that only 1% is junk. You have an opportunity to have Christmas with James or Christmas in the mouse house.
Can we throw away more stuff?
No.
Okay, that's the problem.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back.
Okay. I just want to have the final say, because
You have too much final say. Oh my gosh, I'm done.
We'll take everything that's out there now and put it back pretty much in the rooms that it came from. Do you feel comfortable with that? Just that we'll just focus on this room?
Yep. I'm frustrated with you, but let's keep going. She's just not throwing stuff away. She's not going fast enough at all, and we're gonna get stuck with this still giant pile of mess, but now it's just in boxes instead of gone.
Today I'm able to get out of work and very excited about trying to get some stuff cleaned up and get this project moving forward.
Ah, there goes my piano. Did you get a couple of ivory keys? All I want are, yeah, just go ahead and, there were some that were already loose and off over there. This is gonna be a real neat project eventually.
The numbers aren't working. The more emphasis you can put on here of keeping the treasures would be really helpful. Quick decisions.
Okay. It used to be an art piece.
We don't really need to keep this, do we, dear?
Yes. Just put it with the Christmas stuff.
I think these are just broken pieces we can toss, right?
They do go to the big snowflakes.
Quickly pull out your gems.
I need those for that project at school.
The rest can go?
No, I haven't gotten it.
Okay.
With
But in the
rest
big
of it.
picture of what we need to put in your home, where does this fall?
The more you go through it, the more you get pulled into it. How can you make this process go a little quicker?
Right.
Don't keep interjecting. This.
We're getting bogged down here, Julie. We got a lot of boxes.
You know, John, I know that.
It's extremely difficult for me to be in a support role because I'm dealing with craziness.
We're in such a hurry all the time. We don't take the time to smell one rose, ever.
You got a big garden here. It's hard to support craziness.
Do you want to take a look and see where, just show me some spots where we're going to be putting things?
Probably back in the room where the washer and dryer came out.
Oh, they have lots of stuff to put back there. Really only big space that I have is just going to probably be the living room.
What is your preference for your mom, Kirsten, with regard to the stuff, going in or not going in?
We've worked so hard to get so much out. It really comes down to like the bare necessities, like what do you need for an everyday basis to like live?
And John, your preference, stuff in or stuff out?
Stuff out is as much progress as we can make.
The box came out, and John was saying, get rid of all of it, get rid of all of it. And this was in the very bottom of it. It's just my dad's stuff. He had this for 50 years or more, and it means a lot to me.
But there are so many other things that you're keeping, Julie. This stuff has to go somewhere. And it sounds like the preference is it not to go back in the house, except you want it back in the house.
Do you want to come in and show us where we're going to put all the boxes?
Yes. Yeah, I haven't been in.
Yeah, show us where we're going to put it.
When John and I were much younger and we had a daughter and we had to place her for adoption, she got given away. I didn't want to give her away.
You didn't want that?
Mm-mm.
Who wanted that?
He did. And so I feel like I've given up a lot. And I guess I just want some stuff back. And it's not the stuff. It's not the stuff. It's control of the stuff, whether it comes or goes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you feel like it could be better for you?
Yes. But I have to make it better. I know it had to be done. I just kept procrastinating because it seemed like it was overwhelming. But I can see it can be done, and it does make a difference. So I do want a better life.
You know, and Stanley and I are here to help you with that, and hopefully other people will be here to help you with that too.
I wasn't going to cry. But
you know what?
Those are good tears
Those are
because
good tears.
you finally claimed your space.
Paint can go.
Okay, great.
Okay, are we letting this go? Donating?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Donating?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Toss. And toss.
Look who's inside.
Oh,
Hi, buddy.
Hey, look who's inside.
Hi, how are you?
So I kind of wonder what she's seeing when she looks at James. I think a major factor in Julie's hoarding behavior was her having to give away a child.
oh, I love you too.
I am Charles, and I'm an artist. I love to paint most anything, but my favorite subject is the female figure. They're vulnerable, but yet they're at their most feminine when you see the whole body. Your model is the inspiration for the painting and the subject of the painting, all wrapped up in one beautiful body.
I'm Kat, and I am Charles' model. I would say that Charles has probably got hundreds of paintings of naked ladies.
When you walk into the studio now, I don't have that much open space anymore. Because like here, I started filling it up with stuff. It's perverse because it defeats my original purpose in buying that big building. Painting is the primary motivating force in my life, and I've lost the space to paint in.
I'm Bo, and Charles is my father. This stuff is just like prison bars. They're just getting tighter and tighter. That's gonna mess with you mentally.
I'm Bonnie. Charles is my father. My dad wasn't always a hoarder. When he and my mom were married, the house wasn't cluttered. He definitely had a lot of books and art supplies, but they stayed in his studio.
I'm Ginger, Charlie's ex-wife. When we were married, the clutter never was an issue. We were very happy together. Our early marriage was the happiest I'd ever been. He couldn't handle seeing me in pain, and he withdrew from me. He barely spoke to me. I sought attention from somebody else. When I confessed that I had done that, he really flipped out.
What started my father down this hoarding path was just the losing his family, and I think hoarding became the new way to make himself happy.
The hoarding does affect my dad's well-being because he can't create, and that's such a core thing for him.
Painting is the bedrock, like the Grand Canyon. Hard, and it sustains you. And it seems like the hoarding is taking my purpose away from me.
I'm not gonna let anything get in the way of my dad's painting. If I gotta wreck that place, if I had to take a bulldozer to all that's in there right now, I will.
Hoarding has taken up all of the space in my life. I don't have any room to operate.
I'm Dorothy Brenninger. I'm a professional organizing expert, and I specialize in hoarding. The challenges that we're going to be facing on this particular day is his books and his art are everything. Everybody is going to get to work. We've got a team of 20 outside, so let's do it.
I had no idea that the hoarding was this bad. I can't get over how many books he has. I'm just really glad that this is getting done now, not just for Charlie's sake, but for the sake of my children that would have to deal with his estate someday.
I love mirrors. You know, they give you a depth in a painting. That's another mirror. I'd keep that one, right?
I'm Dr. Michael Tompkins, and I specialize in the treatment of OC spectrum disorders like OCD and hoarding disorder. So how many mirrors does a guy need?
As many as you can get.
Charles is in his illness. He's showing the classic signs of difficulty letting go because every item is unique.
The bed frame actually doesn't take up that much space. And it's an antique, but it's lovely. It's been sitting around.
It's not a question about lovely. And it's not a question. No.
You can't give away beautiful things.
All right, Charles. So then if you let go of a beautiful thing, what do you believe happens to you?
You're diminished. Your soul is diminished.
Beauty is a deeply held personal value for him. And so letting go of that thing is like actually letting go a part of who he is.
I touch that every day.
You touch the bed frame
in my studio, yeah. It leans up against the wall there. I don't have my family here. These things are substitutes for them. Things to keep me company. That thing keeps me company.
Come on in and shut the door.
Remember us?
Inside the house, we start having a conversation about who's responsible, what parents did or didn't do.
But I was just thinking, when they were kids, we were going through a stage where Charlie and I were avoiding the subject of our pain, and we were just keeping it in and pretending like we were still the same happy family.
Yeah.
I realized that I was clenching my jaw all the time. I really was. I was scared to death of you.
Angry every day.
What would you just like to say to him, doggone it, Charles, if you could have then?
You weren't there for me when I needed you.
Some of the big decisions in his life have been decisions about the solitary artist's life versus being a husband, a father, and he has never been able to actually balance that out in his life so that he could have both.
I'm sorry.
I know. You couldn't. We were neither one of us very strong. And I was bad to you. And I'm sorry. I've been holding that inside for 40 years.
For them to open these lines of communication and start talking about this and start clearing the air is actually a wonderful thing.
It's not a lot we can do about that's happened.
Mm-hmm. No, you can't.
But we're here now, and we are here to help you. I would be here.
You are helping.
I would drive here if they didn't fly me here. I would sleep outside if they didn't give me a hotel. And I would try to make your life better.
You've made it better.
We cleared the air with a lot of stuff. Now that our emotional baggage has been cleared out, now we can work on the physical baggage.
Thank you.
My feelings when it comes to the books and clothing that I rid myself of today, that was one of the pleasantest experiences I can remember. You know, just toss, 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 toss. It was great. You know, you could toss those.
Charlie's handling this really well. I think he's cooperated remarkably well.
Watch how the heart doesn't fall.
All right, so let's go in and see the gallery, shall we?
Let's do.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right.
There were tears, just of complete joy and acknowledgement of, gosh, what he's gone through, and to see him have his artwork and his family back right here today. It's beautiful.
He seemed overwhelmed with love and support, and that's exactly what I was hoping.
I love you, baby. Thank you.
There has been a change here for Charles. I really do deep down think that he's learned some things, and really reaching out to his family and saying, I want to be here for you. In addition to you being a remarkable man, that I've enjoyed every minute of my time with you, you have let go of a ton of stuff. It was actually quite amazing.
I am very proud of my dad. Now he can do his art and create, and I've made him happier, which is my whole thing. Just want you to be able to paint again and feel you're free to paint and express yourself and get back to.
This is truly a miracle. I can paint now and capture that beauty that I see in the world, and that I love to express. Okay, I'm done.
I'm Jan, and I'm an artist. I pretty much spend the day making jewelry and playing on the internet, but not very good at taking care of myself. I live out of my bedroom. I don't come out in the front of the house at all. My kitchen is the worst room. It's just a mountain of cat crap. You have to step up to get in because the cat crap is so hot.
I am Georgia, and I'm Jan's daughter. The last time I was there, there was piles of trash.
I'm Pam, and Jan is my sister. The reason I quit going to her home was because of the smell of her home. Couldn't take it.
The man from the city said, I need to inspect your apartment. He was in there for about 5 minutes and came out and said, I can't let you go back in there. So I didn't want to leave. And he was like, no, you can't stay here. I'm at my daughter's house now.
I love her to death, but she can't live with me indefinitely. I can't afford to have her stay with me. I can't psychologically have her stay with me. It's too stressful.
She's not happy at all that she's having to have me in her apartment. You know, and I understand. It's a terrible burden for her. She doesn't need this.
I'm Dorothy Brenninger, professional organizing expert. Today, I'm going in with the whole family so that they can get an understanding of what this house really looks like.
Home sweet home. I never dreamed it was this bad, and I'm sorry.
What are you sorry about?
That I didn't help her more.
What do you feel that you could have done?
I could have pushed her, and I'm sorry, Jan.
Buy really crappy water cooler. Buy stupid back chair. Buy rake.
All right, okay.
What's really interesting is that she is avoiding doing any of the work. Family members in there shoveling, dusting, you know, getting stuff off the walls, and Jan outside having a cigarette.
My name is Dr. Robin Sazio. I'm a licensed clinical psychologist, and I specialize in compulsive hoarding. She just wants to be a spectator. She has so much shame and so much embarrassment over what's happened. She just doesn't want to deal with it. Jan, it's your responsibility to take care of this situation, okay? I realize this is painful, but I'm going to ask you to go back in. This is your responsibility. Part of getting healthy is being a part of this process, not asking everybody else to do this. Can you go back in?
Yeah.
I remember you moved the litter box in here and then it became my fault because I didn't clean it every day. I mean, you always made me feel like it was my fault because she was my cat first. You know, if we hadn't gotten the cat in the first place, this never would have happened.
Well, I didn't mean to make you feel like you were responsible for all these cats.
Well, you did. I know you didn't mean to, but you did.
I predicted that once this house started to get in order, that a lot of the emotional issues in this family were going to come up, and that's exactly what happened. This is such an important dialogue right now because she feels in some way responsible for what's happened. Isn't that what you're saying, Georgia?
You know, this used to be where I lived too. It was like after a while, there wasn't anywhere else to throw anything, and I feel bad. I'm like, well, I contributed to this mess, but then I guess on the other hand, what else could I do?
What can you say to her?
It was rough growing up, especially towards the end, when you very wisely chose to leave. I'm sorry, darling. This has been really, really, really a lot to ask.
Way to go, Jan! You're just really chucking it. Look at this.
I'm tossing these.
Oh, please.
Okay.
Can you see? She's wildly committed to this. Jan was on her feet the whole time. She went the distance. She got rid of 5 tons worth of stuff. Not a single thing is left in this house. Completely biohazardly cleaned. We have been able to accomplish everything.
As a doctor, my job is not just to help somebody with their mental health. It's to help them look at their whole mind, body, and spirit. So with Jan, I thought I needed to take it a step further. We are in a van, and you must be wondering why. Are you curious?
Well, I mean, there's not a lot I can do. I'm in the car, so.
You're finishing as they're coming in. Right. We're asking you to do the impossible, and we'll want it fast.
Right.
I'm so glad I've got full-on professionals. One room gets clean, one room gets painted. One room clean, the next one gets painted.
So how are you feeling? Are you nervous yet? Hello. Hi, this is Jan.
Hi, welcome to Montage, Jan.
Jan has been living in filth for years. She doesn't believe that she deserves better. So what I wanted her to see is that she does deserve better. And by taking her in, getting her hair cut, getting it washed, getting some makeup on, she could see what a truly beautiful person she is, and hopefully that will spark an interest in her continuing to take care of herself. Jan, you look amazing.
I like it. Looks good. Looks really good.
We're on a journey to heal the mind, the body, and the soul.
Okay, so I'm all wound up. It's time for Jan to get a really wonderful space back. Oh my gosh. Walk in, babe. Walk in.
Is it
I'm
locked?
right behind you. No, it's not locked.
Oh, how beautiful.
Jan knew that we might try to clean up,
Oh my goodness.
but she never expected all of this.
Oh, the kitchen.
She has a place to live, there's relief, there's gratitude.
You deserve this. I love you.
Oh my goodness.
It's pretty amazing.
Well, sit.
As we walked from room to room, Jan cried more and more. There's a bathroom where you get up and you go use the toilet and flush it.
Oh, wow. Oh. Whoa. Oh my gosh.
Tell me. No, say something.
This is so pretty.
There was a complete transformation with Jan. By taking care of herself and seeing that she is worthy of being taken care of, I believe the future for Jan is very bright.
It's been a big shift in how she sees herself. I want to see her come back here and start piecing herself back together.
It's a home. I mean, I have a home.
It's amazing, and I am so grateful.
I can live again. I can be a person again.
Hi, thanks for being a fan of Hoarders. And subscribe to A&E for more videos and click the links around me to watch more.